What's up guys, Weldon Customs here, and today we're going to take a look at the new Captain America movie figure from Captain America Winter Soldier from Marvel Legends Infinite Series. Now, out of all the new Hasbro figures coming out, this is easily my favorite one so far. I thought that Spider-Man and the Winter Soldier figures are pretty cool, but this one is easily my favorite. We'll get into all of that, but first off, let's take a look at the accessories. He comes with the Build-A-Figure Mandroid left leg, which is pretty cool. Put that to the side. Also, it comes with a alternative head of Steve Rogers, which is probably the best Steve Rogers head we've got so far. It's a nice mesh between the comic version and Chris Evans, which is pretty cool. We'll take a look at that later also. And of course, it comes with the another set of hands. It's a salute and a pointing finger, which is pretty cool also. But first off, let's take a nice look at Captain America. So here's Captain America up close. We'll take a quick look at him up and down. Definitely not your standard Captain America outfit with the red, white, and blue, but definitely is pretty cool looking overall. Definitely love the new sculpting, the sculpting details, the paint job on this figure. Hasbro definitely did a great job on the overall. And let's take a quick look first at his shield. As you can see, he has a different shield this time. It's not your standard red, white, and blue. It's just blue and different shades of gray and silver. Not that bad looking. Nothing different really, just the color. On the back over here, he has straps. Doesn't have the peg. I actually prefer the straps, but I do wish it was a little bit bigger and wasn't as stiff, so he could actually put it around his back. But that's about it for that. So let's take a look at Steve Rogers overall. And like I said, definitely is a great looking figure. Not your typical looking Captain America, but he still does pass pretty good for it. Obviously, the whole outfit is more inspired by S.H.I.E.L.D. As you can see, he has a S.H.I.E.L.D. little patch right here. But there's a lot of small details on this figure that make him look great. Of course, I like the the American flag over here. Also says Rogers over here also. But overall, just really good looking. We'll take a little bit closer look. You can see the patterns in the sculpting looks really nice. The texture of the figure all over, just like the Spider-Man, the new one that came out. This really good. A lot of small details that make this figure really nice. And I do like, you know, it's subtle things, but it still makes it look good. Like even the black details in the legs and on the chest looks really nice. The red stripes going down the leg. And overall, going out the whole body, you can see the texture just all over the whole figure. It looks really cool. Of course, he has a nice looking head of Captain America. I do like I'm a big fan of the helmet look. I like the helmet. I'm not a big fan of the mask look, where it's flush and tight on his head. I like this one a lot better. And what else? The belt is pretty nice too. Nice belt. I believe it's the same one, or really close to the Captain America one that came out, the Marvel Now one. But I like how it's loose too, so it moves around just a little bit. Definitely has a nice, realistic look to it by doing that. But like I said, overall, when it comes to sculpting and the paint job work, it's definitely a great looking figure overall. You can't deny that. Getting to articulation, I have to say, this is probably my favorite figure for articulation, just because this figure was not stiff at all when I got him out of the box. Every joint moved nicely and smoothly. All the other figures I had to work with some hot water and the blow dryer, but this one's a lot better. So we get into it really quickly right now. For the head, he has a ball jointed head on a hinge. Very standard, goes up about that much and goes down about that much. The shoulders are on those hinge shoulders that allow him to go all the way around and also in and out nicely. Bicep swivel, 2 points at the elbow, which is nice, and a hinge and a swivel at the wrist. The ab joint is really nice. Take a look at that. All the way down and goes up, back just a little bit also. Swivel at the waist, which is nice. The T-jointed hips, so it goes forward nicely, goes back a little bit, and goes in and out just a little bit also. The sculpt on the thighs and the side kind of prevent it from going out anymore, but he's not going to be doing any splits, so it's alright. Swivel at the thighs, 2 points at the knee, boot swivel, and a swivel at the ankles, goes up and down, and a pivot. So definitely a really nice articulation on this Captain America. Like I said, one of the reasons why I like this one so much is the articulation. It's really smooth, not too tight, and also not too loose, so it's just perfect in my opinion. And this allows him to, when it comes to the accessories, this allows him to use the accessories a lot better because of the nice articulation. First off, let's take a look at his new head. Pop it off like that. And this head is a little bit tighter than the other one. I have a little bit of trouble getting in. It's also really deep, as you can see right there. So getting it on might be a little bit harder. Really gotta stick it in there. But there he is. And you can change his hands, like I said before. So we'll put both of them on right now. So one he could salute, which is pretty cool. I saw a really cool picture of a guy on Facebook on the ACBA group where he used this hand as a pivot from when he's kicking, which is pretty cool. But now getting to the other hand, it's him pointing. There you go. So you could be like telling the troops to go forward, or he's pointing to you like I want you, or he's directing traffic, whatever. Like I said though, still pretty cool. I like the head. Let's take a look at that up close. A nice mesh between the Chris Evans, Captain America, Steve Rogers, and also kind of a comic look also. So you can have your own opinion on that. But definitely it's pretty cool. I like the head sculpt, and the hair sculpt is nice. It's not that perfect looking, but I think that's what makes it a lot better looking overall. And it's just a nice alternative to have, really. And so overall, this is a great looking figure. I can't wait till the new movie comes out, and this is easily my favorite Captain America figure out of the whole bunch. Size comparisons, here is Captain America, some of the other 6-inch and movie figures and Marvel Legends. Captain America is a tad smaller than I would like him to be, but it really isn't that bad overall. I can see where Hasbro is going. They're trying to make him more realistic because it's a movie figure. For instance, this is the Marvel Now Captain America, more comic-like, so a little bit more bulky and buff looking, while this one's more realistic. So it still is really nice, no complaints at all really. And of course here he is with the red shield, if you want to see how that looks like. And throughout the whole promos and commercials, I never actually saw Steve Rogers or Chris Evans with the helmet on. So let's take this off and switch it. So here is Captain America, Steve Rogers. And the head isn't, like he said, the head is really nice looking. I like how it looks. This whole figure is really good. Small details that make it really nice. Even the belt being loose, it's not really permanently on. There's a nice touch to it also. Just like Winter Soldier, the small details on these shoulders, the paint job, the sculpting. It's just overall a really great figure. So pick it up if you could find him. And that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching. So like always, comment, criticize, subscribe. Do whatever you want, just pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go to wildlandcustoms.com. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.